Welcome back to Alien Isolation, Mission 15, Part 16 of FTN's Movies Play, and we've just, unfortunately, released a fuckload of aliens onto the space station because we thought we were doing something good, but we didn't.
Well, they were already here, but we fucked up their nest, so now all of them are out all at once instead of just like one at a time. So we're gonna get fucked by multiple aliens throughout the rest of the game. Hooray!
Yeah, orgy.
Because, you know, one wasn't enough.
Well, it's kind of, you know, it makes the game's title is a lie. Alien Isolation implies there's just the one. Now there's a bunch, and I'm not happy about it. I feel lied to. I'm glad this game didn't sell that well.
Well, I would imply that, you know, Amanda's the one who's isolated, because every now and then she will have interaction with another person, but for most of the game, she is sort of like on her own.
No, well, there's fucking 1,000 aliens roaming around.
On her own. Like, if someone's not on your side, you're still technically on your own, right?
She should have a little alien sidekick called Jimmy, who has a backwards baseball cap and rides a skateboard.
Yeah. And he can translate what all the xenomorphs are saying. What are they saying, Jimmy? Shit. You can understand me, but I can't understand you. This doesn't work.
Then the alien just bites her face off.
Jimmy!
I agree. Fuck you, Jimmy.
So this robot right around the corner, we're about to see him. You can't really kill him in nightmare mode because you're not equipped to do so, because you waste all your ammo on all the other robots in the last part. And also, he's a lot smarter in nightmare mode. He always knows when you're hiding underneath a bed.
That wanker.
They won't pull you out from underneath the bed. They'll just kick you until you're dead.
That's not very nice.
Yeah.
Fee, fi, fo, fum.
I smell the blood of... Well, I smell blood.
I smell the blood of Ripley's daughter.
Yes, are you having fun?
Which I forget if, because I know in the director's cut of Aliens, there is a deleted... Well, in the director's cut, there's a scene where Ripley is informed that her daughter's dead. But I'm trying to remember if...
Aliens takes, it takes years after Alien, though, right?
It's something like 200 years after Alien.
Well, then of course her daughter would be dead.
Well, I'm trying to remember if her daughter is referenced at all in Alien. Because it's been a while since I watched it.
Isn't that who she records the thing for in the end?
It's possibly all just, you know, the
just
log,
general.
or just the log here, which Pete, someone in the chat, if there's anyone left watching this, please make a comment, and then when this uploads, we'll forget what we asked.
We actually will. So whatever you have to say, we won't care or acknowledge it.
But do it anyway, please.
Please.
We like to pretend people enjoy our content. Please leave a comment. We're so alone.
Just the way I go. I guess so. I think we are... Yes. I think we're going back to the medical base so we can get on, like... They have, like, their own versions of ambulances here, but they sort of detach from the ship, almost like an escape pod in a way, like its own separate ship.
Okay.
And I think we're doing that so we can get to the Anisadora.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And then after that we have to go back to the lab again. What? No, back to the lab
Back to the lab again. Not again.
And back to the lab again.
You messed up.
Back to the... That's one of the worst fucking songs ever.
How dare you?
Because the rapper does not put any emotion or effort. It's just, oh no, back to the lab again.
He's getting paid.
Back to the lab again.
You messed up.
Back to the lab again.
Not again.
Back to the lab again. Let's just do that for the rest of this part. Just oh, get fucked, flame
Go
boys.
away! Did you see how much fire I had to use?
That's a lot.
I think I gotta go in. There we go. Yeah, I think we just upgraded our security tuner, so I think our security tuner is all the way upgraded now. So we should be able to access any door now. So that means you can now go back and get all your collectibles.
Yeah, we can go get all the red ring coins.
Yeah, which I never do, because this game's too scary.
Oh, great, an Atari joystick.
I would make sure that the door closed behind me before I sat down.
Yeah, that's how you got fucked over. That's how your mother got fucked over at the end of Aliens. She didn't check the fucking escape pod.
Yeah. She gets in. Oh, look at those textures. Ew, gross.
It just show you just see like a window and just the alien he's just waving at you as you fly away.
Okay, I have a big fucking problem with the end of Alien. I love that movie. But when she gets in that fabricy ass spacesuit where she zips up a spacesuit, you can't zip up a spacesuit. Air escapes through zippers, and the helmet doesn't attach to the spacesuit. She puts a helmet over a piece of cloth. How does that help you?
Would you have preferred the original ending of Aliens, where the alien kills Ripley, and then like somebody's like contacted her via radio, and the alien speaks with her voice, and then controls the ship and flies away?
No.
Is that the fucking ending you want, Steven? Because that's what you're gonna fucking get.
Is that real?
That I don't think it was ever filmed, but I think in the script that was one of the original. That was like the original ending.
Great. Oh, look at that! I like that. That's nice. Look at that. It looks like an alien.
Cool. I know that's cheap. I love it. That's great.
I didn't think it was cheap. I thought it was clever.
But then it gets you scared. I don't like things that are scary, which is why I play this scary game.
It wasn't an alien, though. You scared yourself.
You can't trust anyone, not even yourself.
Yeah, here's the terminal, I guess. If you pause and read through this, it'll show you some more about the shit that went down on the Anesidora before they boarded the Sevastopol. It's cool.
Do you think there is a big enough design differential between all the ships to make them all stand out?
No, in fact, no. The Torrens, which is the first ship we were on, the Sevastopol, which is the space station we were on, and now we're on the Anesidora, they all look the fucking same.
Yes, it's a slight problem with the design of this game, I think.
But if they were all made by the same company, then that would be okay. I'm serious. If the same manufacturer created all of these things, then I would be okay with that.
Well, yeah, but normally when manufacturers make different models, they do slightly different design choices. You don't normally put the exact same in design.
They were all made in the same year, Gareth. Same make and model.
You know what Ford stands for, don't you? Stands for fix it again, Tony. I believe you're thinking of a
Fiat, Dale.
Fix it again, Tony.
I love that show.
King of the Hill is best anime confirmed.
I think, wasn't it on Netflix or Hulu at one point? It's not anymore.
It was on Netflix and the fuckers took it off.
They took it off!
They also took off all the Cartoon Network shows and Nickelodeon shows as well.
How am I supposed to know how Peggy Hill dies?
Hank, what do you do to your wife? I didn't teach you that.
She ran out of pencils. She had no more pencils left in reserve and she died.
Marlo?
Hank, you need a pencil. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna kick your ass.
It's a good thing people have flamethrowers and flamethrower fuel in space.
Yeah, I know, right?
I have no idea where we're supposed to go. Find Marlowe.
We outlawed knives, so everyone has flamethrowers in the future.
How are we supposed to perform surgery without our knives?
Flamethrowers.
We gave you a flamethrower.
What do you want, a fucking diagram?
Oh my god, that fucking abortion scene in Prometheus is insane.
It's so dumb how she has that, then she's just instantly running away from it, like... Prometheus.
But still, the scene with the surgery is it's too intense for me.
It's a great scene, but it's just like everything she does after that scene makes no sense.
Yeah, I can walk.
Prometheus it's a movie where like it looks fantastic. It's got a bunch of good like ideas and scenes, but it's so fucking stupid. No scientists would take off their fucking like helmets on an alien planet. Just this, I think we can breathe here. It's so fucking dumb. They make a map of the fucking like temple they go into, and they still get lost.
Yeah.
How dumb are these fucks?
Yeah, they didn't get lost on the Nostromo.
Nope. So are you looking forward to Alien Covenant? Are you gonna go see it?
Wait, is it still coming out? I thought you said it was like on the verge of being cancelled or something.
No, that was Alien 5. So Alien Covenant
Right,
is technically
right.
Prometheus 2.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna go see it. I'm terrified that it's gonna be schlock, but you know.
Yeah, Prometheus needed more schlock.
Shut up.
I love the thanks to Red Letter Media, I fucking love the word schlock.
Yeah, but still, like, I think it's gonna be terrible. I think Prometheus 2 is gonna be. It's gonna be bad because Prometheus said, "What did Alien do that was cool? And let's just do that again, and you know, turn up the volume some." But they didn't know what. They don't know what's cool. They're just like, what has worked in the past. And
Wait, again, because Damon Lindelof is not writing Alien Covenant, I think it'll be better than Prometheus.
I hope so. I don't have high hopes, but I'm gonna go, and they're gonna make their money because I went.
It'll look great because Ridley Scott's one of those directors like Tim Burton, who a lot of times he doesn't really give a fuck about story. He's great with visuals. Like, Tim Burton is a pretty terrible director of plot.
I wish Tim Burton would get a new director of photography. Because
I wish Tim Burton would just become a director of photography and stop directing movies.
Sure. But I wish he would get a new director of photography because every single shot, like, he'll never do anything dynamic. If you're ever gonna follow a character from one room to the other, he will pan. He will never take the camera off of the sticks and walk with them.
It's called a dolly, motherfucker. Use it.
Yeah, it's called a dolly, dude. Try it out.
Or handheld.
Yeah, or handheld. Not to be gimmicky, but like, if you're just gonna keep it on the sticks the entire time, it looks dated.
Steven, why did you zoom in on this terrible footage for?
For my daughter.
Oh shit.
Hi, Amanda. I'm
Hi.
recording this for you, my sweetheart.
And of course, this is actually Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
I got into trouble. My ship.
With the law.
I was smuggling cocaine up my ass and they found me.
An alien creature.
Now I'm trying to think.
And the only way we could stop it was to.
I forget. Is this what she says at the end of Alien?
I'm okay.
No.
I'm stuck on this lifeboat.
Most of it.
Way out.
No.
So when did she record this then? Because she wouldn't have.
Well, if it's you can explain it very easily. When they cut to her in the escape pod, she could have just easily recorded this before or after.
Don't worry.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Don't worry about me. I'm sure I'll see you very soon.
Nope.
I love you,
Yep.
sweetheart.
Nope. Never gonna see her again, actually. Well, you got your closure. Now what?
Credits. The game just ends there as the ship blows up for no good reason.
My God.
But because Ripley is dead, right? Not Amanda Ripley, but what's her name?
Elaine Ripley, I think. Ellen Ripley. Ellen Ripley.
Yeah, Ellen's dead, right?
Technically, she dies in Alien 3, but in Alien Resurrection, they clone her. So yes, the original Ripley is dead.
So is Clone Ripley dead?
No, Clone Ripley survives at the end of Resurrection. Look, and if Alien 5 would have happened, they would have ignored 2 and 3 and 4, which would have meant original Ripley is alive.
So, I was going to say if Ellen was dead, if they were just gonna, you know, maybe focus a little more on Amanda at this point, you know.
I don't think the movies will ever acknowledge.
No, not the movies, not the movies.
Oh, the games. Oh yeah, I'm sure if there was a sequel, they would follow Amanda's story.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that, you know, if they do make a sequel, if they'll just, you know, drop the whole mother thing, because that was this story.
Yeah.
Don't keep continuing that. There's nothing else to know. You got your closure, so I wonder what the second... Oh, sorry. We're not even acknowledging what's happening. So Marlowe's trying to overreact. He's trying to make the core of his ship overreact, so they can blow up the space station that the aliens are on. And honestly, I'd be okay with that. You know, like, you know, I'm gonna die, but if it'll kill all these monsters, sure, I'm down.
Yeah, like he has good reasoning for doing that.
Yeah, he has good reasoning for doing that. And Amanda's like, no, there's gotta be another way.
I want to live.
I got closure, and I have nothing else to live for.
Well, no,
but I want to live.
No, see, because hearing that message, you could... Amanda could take that in the sense that her mother's alive and out there. So, you know, if there was a sequel, if there was a sequel, it might be like she's you know, going somewhere else to find her mother.
Yeah, I guess that would make sense.
She just happens to find more aliens.
Yeah, I guess I don't know what they would do with this sequel, but they set it up for one.
Well, Sonic Chronicles was set up for a sequel. We all know how well that went.
Sega.
BioWare.
Still licensed by Sega.
Yeah, BioWare made it, those wankers.
Still paid for by Sega. Which means Sega approved it. Like, say what you want for BioWare, but Sega said, yeah, this is good.
Credits.
So instead of blowing up, the ship's just gonna collapse instead. By the way, Taylor, she was never really a good person, so I'm okay when there she goes. I'm okay with that.
Escape from the ship of boring. I forget, what did Taylor do again that made her such a bitch?
She wasn't a bitch. She was just she knew about all the shit that was going on in Sevastopol, and she was sent by Weyland-Yutani to get the Nostromo's recording deck, whatever it's called.
The black box.
The black. She get the red. Is actually a red box. She was sent here to get all the DVDs back.
The red box in our ship broke. I want to play some Mario game, but I don't want to pay for the game.
And that's why she's bad. She was sent here by Weyland-Yutani and by the company, so, you know, I can't imagine that she's a great character.
Yeah.
You know, I can't trust her.
Well, you can imagine her character is great.
Yeah. There was a violin sting for no reason.
I know, right? Thank you, Jerry Goldsmith. It'd be great if, because it's his music, if they just got confused and started playing the fucking Gremlins theme here instead by accident.
Alright.
16 pods down, 3 to go. See you next time.
3 to go.
Bye.
Bye. I wonder if everybody knows how much you and I hate this. Well, they do now.
This OP was a mistake.